Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another episode. This is the second episode of Dominating Entrepreneurs. And this episode, I'm going to be talking with Kai Jones. Hey, Kai.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted everyone to hear your amazing story because you have a different take on DS Domination. And I just wanted everyone to realize that, it doesn't have to be just one way. You can do DSD and you can do it in different situations and different scenarios. So I heard your story in the group Unit of Prosperity. We'll talk about that too later on. But
Okay.
I heard your story in the group, and I wanted to just make sure that everyone else got to hear your story as well. So first, let's start at the beginning. So how did you hear about DS Domination?
Well, I heard about domination from a friend of mine. Actually, she used to be my hairdresser, and she kept pasting on Facebook about how she was making residual income, she was making money, and how she was like, oh, I got another check in the mail, another check in the mail. Man, I love working at home. I'm like, okay, what is she doing? So finally, after I think maybe more than a month went by, I kept reading it. So I was like, okay, find out what she's doing. So I inboxed her. I'm like, okay, what are you doing? She's like, can you copy and paste? I'm like, duh, yeah, can't everybody copy and paste? She was like, basically, here, check out this video. So I checked out the video. Basically saw how you copy from Amazon, paste to eBay, mark it up, make a profit. I'm like, man, that sounds way too easy. So I literally hopped in like within a couple days.
That is so cool. So yeah, I know I've seen that too, where it's just like people are posting, posting, posting. For me, that's kind of, well, I think I actually ran into DS Domination when it was first starting out, and I was following some other person on their fan page their personal profile, and they were talking about this new thing that they had just jumped into, and it was going crazy because he had so many signups from the funnel that he had put up for it, and I clicked the link like you did. I listened to Roger Lanjo, who is one of the co-creators of DS Domination, and I was like, wait a minute, that's too simple.
Right? I'm like, it's way too easy. Like, okay, what's the catch?
I know, seriously, I was looking for it. And then I went to the sign-up page, and the sign-up page was talking about, all of this value that you'll get for this amount of money, hundreds of dollars, and this for this amount of money. And it was all crossed out, and I was kind of confused. I'm like, wait a minute, am I paying for that, or am I paying for,
Exactly.
I was making it harder than it was, like I was just like, okay, it has to be something else. So all these hundreds of dollars is something that's gonna come monthly after I pay this $19.95. I was just complicating it way too much. So yeah, okay. So
I think we're all kind of prone to thinking it's a scam automatically. You haven't even figured it out yet, and you're like, okay, something's wrong here. Like you can't possibly be trying to help me for $20. Something's got to be wrong. I mean, I think we're all a little skeptical just up front, and we haven't even looked at the opportunity yet.
Right. That is so true. Because I mean, there's so many other things, out there that may promise something, and everybody says, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is, stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, so we had to talk a little bit about what it is. Okay, so like you got into DSD, and how did you find, like you have a different way of doing DSD than other people that I've noticed, because I know Roger teaches us to do, to search and to, do all this stuff in a certain way, but you found kind of another way to do things. So like, can you touch a little bit on how you found to do, how you made DSD work for you, basically, in your
Okay, so I do what's called DSD on a budget. Most people don't know when they get involved that if you've never sold on eBay before, you have new seller holds. That means that when someone first purchases items from you, the money that they're giving you is not available to you right away. So you literally have to go out of pocket to purchase whatever item they bought from you. You have to go purchase that item, ship it to them, and then 72 hours after they've received the product, then those holds are lifted and your money is available to you. The problem with that for some people is you don't have the funds to purchase items. And DSD training teaches you to purchase items on Amazon that cost $35 or more. This way you can take advantage of free shipping. But like I said, the problem with most people is, let's say I put like 10 things in my store, and the whole deal is list as much as possible so you can attract more buyers. Well, if I list 30 things in my store and 10 of them sell today and all of them are over $40, that's $400 I got to come out of pocket. Most of us don't have that. So once I got in, I started my training and realized, okay, wait a minute, I have to purchase out of pocket. I don't even have $35 out of pocket. I said, at the most, then once I realized I had to come out of pocket, I had to ask myself, okay, how much money do you really, really have that you can afford to put into this? So I had about $200. And I'm like, okay, well, if I go and purchase $35 items, that $200 is going to be gone really quickly. So immediately I said, there's got to be a different way. I've got to find items that I can purchase for $10 or less. With $200, I could probably, put at least 10 things in my store that I can realistically cover out of pocket should someone come into my eBay store and buy them. So as I started searching online, I'm like, okay, well, I couldn't really find anything that was a good product, I felt, for $5 or even $10. So I said, okay, well, what kind of things do I use? What do my kids use? What's the in thing for me, the in thing for them? So that's the items I went and searched for, and I was blessed to find out that all the toys that they're playing with, me being a mom at the time, I was pregnant, nursing things, that type stuff, I was able to find on Amazon for $5 and lower. So I was able to sell those items on eBay and mark them up like double and triple the price. So literally for like the first 60 days, almost maybe a little bit more than 60 days, all the items that I sold cost me less than $10. I marked them up double and triple. I made sure I had a minimum of like $4.50 to $5 profit. And these items just kept selling over and over and over. So I was just like ecstatic, like, dude, I can't believe I've got money now stacking up in my PayPal account. I'm buying an item that costs, one of my items cost like $2 and $2 to ship it. So it was $4. But I was making like a $12 profit off of it. And it just kept selling. So after I did have enough money built up and it was released to me, then I could buy those bigger items, $35 items or even more expensive items, because obviously with a more expensive item, you're going to get a much bigger profit. But starting out, you got to get your feet wet. You got to do something. I had already signed up. I had to make a decision. So I decided I got to find out how to do this DSD while I'm on this budget, and how can I make it work for me. So buying cheaper items, double and tripling them, I made a great profit.
Whoa, I love that story, girl. You were killing it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so one thing I really want to point out to everyone, Kai had a bit of a hurdle that she had to overcome. And when she started, she did not let that stop her. She had the mindset, she had the mentality, the intention that she was going to make this thing work. She saw that it was working for her, for your hairdresser, the wonderful hairdresser. And now, she was like, okay, now I know this works. So right. It's not a question, it's not a question of if it works. It's not a question of, oh man, she didn't. You didn't ever feel like you were behind the ball, did you?
No, not at all. I mean, I was a little concerned because I wasn't told up front. So now I'm making a habit to let everybody I know up front about the holds. Because for me, it took me a couple days. I had to say, okay, it was 2 days after I signed up. Because for that 2 days, I was thinking, okay, now what am I going to do? I've just paid this $20. I can't buy all these items out of pocket. So for 2 days, I was like, okay, no, I paid this $20. Some way, somehow, I got to make this work. So it was during that 2 days that I was like, okay, start searching. I'm like, do I have anything around the house I can sell? Nope, nothing around the house I'm not using. Like, seriously, I have a 4-bedroom house, but there's nothing here we're not using. So I'm like, no, I'm going to make this work some way, somehow. I just have to figure out how it's going to work for me. And since I know that the holds are only like a brief 90-day period, it's just a matter of making it those 90 days. But who knew I was going to, you know, make well over $500-600 on $4 items and $2 items, and some of which also had that free shipping. So even though you're trained sell 35 and older for free shipping, a lot of these items I found for $4 and $5, they had no shipping either. So I was still getting the benefit, you know, of the free shipping, the low items, the excellent profits, and now past my 90 days, I'm ecstatic. So now I can sell anything I want. But crazy enough, my cheaper items are still selling. They sell more than anything. So I'm still making major profits off of those $2 and $4 and $5 items than I am now off of my bigger items.
Whoa, congratulations, girl. That is so good. I love that. Okay, so that is the kind of attitude, everyone, that you need to have when you start your own business online. You need to have that go-getter attitude that nothing, you don't care what it is, nothing is going to stop you from reaching your goal. You have to have that mentality and mindset. And you know what? Another thing I wanted to bring up was that the group that we are in, called the Unit of Prosperity, is just, oh my goodness, there are so many people there who are so laser focused. They kind of won't let you. They won't let you have a pity party. They won't let you wallow, you know, in, oh, woe is me, you know, stuff like that. So, Kai, did you have anything to say about that?
Yes, our group is amazing. They are super supportive. I mean, when I first started, I believe we were at a little over 4,500. This was just, I started January 14th, and I believe there was a little over 4,500 members. Here it is 90 days later, and we are 10,000 members strong. You can get on our group any time of day, night, morning. Somebody is there working. Somebody's there to support you. Somebody's there to answer your questions. Somebody's there to uplift you and just motivate you and keep you going. And that in and of itself is amazing, because a lot of times you probably feel like you're out there alone and you're like, dude, I'm not selling anything. What am I doing wrong? And sometimes it's not even anything you're doing wrong. You just need a boost of confidence. But, like, you know, just calm down. Someone will come to your store. Someone will buy. You know, just have patience. And just having that support there is amazing. The tools that we're provided with for free are amazing. So it's almost like you just can't fail. It's like you can't. Like, at a bare minimum, you should be able to make back what you're putting in, your $20. And that's at a bare minimum. The tools you get, the training you get, the weekly, I mean, it's just amazing. Like, I seriously think it's difficult to fail in this opportunity.
Right, and that is so different than than a lot of stuff. Usually it's so difficult to succeed, you know, and it's that 2% or whatever that succeeds. And I've even heard that the retention rate, so like, you know, how many people stay in DSD is like up to what? It's at least 80%, right?
It's over 80%. We retain over 80% of our people.
Right, and that's great, because, I mean, I know that it may seem simpler and everything, but it does work. That's the main key, that it works, and it works for anybody.
We have teenagers doing this. We have adults doing this. We have senior citizens doing this. I mean, it's just too simple. Like, even still, 90 days in, I'm like, this is way too easy. When I tell people what I do, they're like, okay, that sounds a little too iffy. What's the catch? I'm like, there's no catch. I literally copy, paste, I sell. Well, how do you sell? I just put the items there. Well, how do you know what's going to sell? Honestly, I don't. I would hope that my item is going to sell. I look at other items that are selling and hope I can sell those too. But at the end of the day, there's no 100% proof way that you're going to know what you're going to sell, how much you're going to sell. But if you put a variety of items in your store, appeal to a wide variety of audiences, you're going to sell something. I mean, there's millions of people shopping online, shopping on eBay, and all they're looking for is a good deal. And some of them don't even care about deals. Some of them just want their item. They want to buy it. They want to get it quick. So a lot of people are worried, oh, what if it costs too much? What if it's not enough? And you're just overthinking. Literally, put the item in your store, wait for it to sell. It's just that simple.
I got you. That is so true. You got to tell people, calm down. Be calm and just list, you know, like the keep calm posters.
Right. Keep calm, just list.
So yeah, that's one of my taglines actually. When you go to my, I got my website down there. When you go to the website, my blog, I have a big picture of like Dory from from Finding Nemo, and she was like, "Just keep swimming, just keep swimming." You know, I kind of changed that to just keep listing, because
I
basically,
might steal that.
yeah, no, seriously, and it's so good. Like I have it all over, like on my Twitter page. You know, I have like Dory all over the place. You know, and like that's all you see is just keep listing, because that's, I really want to get it to people that that's how simple it is. Just keep listening, you know. And you gave us, thank you so much, Kai, for sharing what you did and your strategy, because you've given people now another way to succeed, even if, you know, they're not in the situation like you were saying, you know, for them to start with the 35 and over items. So yeah, that, so you know, as you were saying before, we just have so many tools that it's just kind of really hard to fail.
Right.
Really,
It's
really
hard to tell. It's totally doable on a budget. You just have to be mindful. You know, you need to be careful though. You need to know, have a dollar amount set that you know you can afford to spend. Because when you do list 5 or 6 items, let's say you are blessed and they all sell that day, you want to have enough money to cover those 6 items. So even though you're on a budget, you still have to make sure you stick to your budget that you've dedicated to your business, because you don't want to be in a position where someone comes to buy from your store on eBay and you don't have the funds to come out of pocket. So if you're on a budget, you got to stick to your budget. You got to make sure you have the funds available. Just find the items you want to list them in your store, and just sit back and wait. It's really that easy.
I love it. Okay, so now we're going to try to change a little bit, switch gears around here, and I wanted to talk about something that's coming up at the end of this month, and I know that you're probably getting ready for it. DS Domination is going to have their first ever event for everyone, and it's going to be in a really cool place. So would you like to talk a little bit about that too?
The Vegas events. Ta-da! Everybody's gearing up for the first ever DSD event. It's going to be in Vegas. Apparently there's a lot of new information, a lot of new programs, a lot of new stuff that's going to be unveiled there. I believe they're giving away cars, like tax-free, money-free, like they're giving away stuff. I think it's going to be amazing. You know, it'd be great to finally get to see people that, you know, we talk to every day, people we support every day. A lot of us have accountability partners, you know, so it'd be great to finally meet them face to face, and just to see the people face to face that we talk to and we deal with every day, you know, the people who are providing us with this opportunity. And after Vegas, apparently there's going to be some new stuff. So I'm more excited about finding out what all this new stuff is about. You know, that's going to be even better for us. There's some new financial perks coming, so I can't wait to hear about that. I'm just excited. I'm excited.
I am too. The thing I can just imagine, right? Okay, there's a few things, but one of the main things is with the unit of prosperity, there are 10,000 people. Okay, so even if like 1/10 of that, that's still 1,000 people that are coming.
Yeah.
You know, like usually you get like a small section of, you know, the big group. Oh my goodness, you know, but still, you know, the leaders are going to be there, you know, so all of the time that we see them posting in the group and everything, you get to actually give them a hug or, you know, say hi or something. That is going to be so amazing to just be able to share and, you know, connect with them on a very, very, you know, one-on-one basis. I love that. I love that. Events are just cool anyway, you know, because you do, like you were saying, you know, get to see finally you put the whole body to the face, you know, that you usually see on Facebook or something, or in videos like we're doing now, you know. You really get to, you know, get to hug them, get to squeeze them, you know, get to talk with them, listen to them, you know. And then also, I'm just imagining, I know everybody's going to have their phone, and everybody's still going to be cha-chinging. So, like, the whole place is going to
That'll be so cool, hearing everyone's phones cha-ching in the middle of an event, like, money!
that is going to be hilarious. Oh, my gosh. And then, you know, of course, just meeting, you know, Roger. And as well, I guess I didn't get to mention this. everyone. But Roger Langell is one of the co-founders, co-creators of DS Domination. Hitesh Junja is another one, and Kevin Hokwana is the third. And so there are three of them that have their different, strengths within the business, and they all came together and made DS Domination what it is. And we're gonna get to actually meet them, which is gonna be so amazing because I know, man, they are responsible for so many stories, so many testimonies. Oh my goodness, it would take us all day. Kind of be like a church testimony service, you'd be in there all night going through all the stories. But yeah, it's going to be wonderful to be able to, talk with them, as well as some other, other leaders that are not within our group, of prosperity, but, other leaders within DS Domination. Whew, it's going to be something.
It's definitely going to be something.
I know. Okay, so if you wanted to join with us, you can at least, click the link below. I know Kai will have her link down below her video, and this video that you're watching, and then I have my link if you're watching this on my channel, and you can just click that link and get started with us, and then we will also send you the information for joining with us at Las Vegas, which is the first event for DS Domination. Okay, now before we wrap up, Kai, I just wanted to have everyone just get you seem like you're very focused and you're very strategic with your business. You're very calculated and you just plan things out seemingly very well. Your plans are working. So I just wanted to give everyone a little insight into what you plan for your future with DS Domination.
Well, first of all, I'm a mom of 8. 6 of my kids are home, stay-at-home mom, but I'm also a full-time law student. So time-wise, you wouldn't think I have the actual time to really put into a business. But this business, like I said, is so simple. I set time out for my day, list my items, set another time to go ship my items. So you'd be surprised that you can really set plans and goals, even with everything else that's going on with your life. Right now, I am expected to graduate from law school in 3 semesters, so about a year. The starting rate of pay for a brand new attorney here in Florida is about $47,000 to $48,000. I could very easily make more than that doing this business if I keep up at the rate that I'm going and pick up. The sky's the limit. My current goal my personal goal that I have set for myself is making $5,000 a month in sales. I also want to grow the business. I had no intentions whatsoever of recruiting anybody. It's totally not required in any way, shape, or form. But when I saw how easy I was making this money, I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody out there needs this money. Somebody's in a worse off situation than I am. If I can tell somebody about this and they can make just $5, I'm happy that I helped someone. So that's a big goal of mine as well. I definitely want to get the business out to many friends and family that or anybody that I can help. And I want to set a goal for myself of bringing in $5,000 a month with the business.
Wow, you got some good goals there, girl. I like that. I like that. Okay, so you have given us the whole package, Kai. I love this talk that we've had. It is just so inspiring, so encouraging. I mean, you are really serious, and I hope that everyone watching, I hope that you all realize that that's the attitude that you have to have. You have to have a positive, go-getter attitude. You have to take kind of like no nonsense, just like you got to be about
your business. It's your business, and if you want to succeed in it, you need to put in the same 40 hours you would put in on the work for somebody else. You need to put that 40 hours in or more for your own self. Only you can help yourself succeed. There's no coworkers, there's no supervisor, there's nobody around to take the blame. Your success depends on you and only you. So you're going to get out what you put in. So if you want to see some results, you got to do the work.
Wow, girl, you went there. Oh, that's a good. I mean, people don't really think about that. It's like, wait a minute. I am putting in work for somebody else. Instead of building somebody else's business, let me build my stuff. Build my own, and this is how you do it. Okay, so y'all, if I want to join Kai, okay? So if I know y'all want to join Kai, so just click that link below. Kai has her own link, and I have my own link. Oh man, this is just amazing. Thank you so much, Kai. Thank you so much for sharing your time. Mom of 8, my goodness, girl, you got me.
Having me.
Yeah, I only have 6, so you got me so beat. I love it though. Moms of many are just, joining together. We moms got to stick together. That's my one of my.
Many of us want to stay home with our kids. This
Yes.
is the way to stay home with your kids. This is the way to even finally have something you can pass on to your kids, something you can do with your kids. I mean, you want to take advantage of an opportunity like this because they don't come around very often. Like I said, most stuff like this is way too good to be true. And this is real. And you got the ability to change your life by only $20. $20 can change your life. So you guys need to get on it and get on it now.
That's right. Ooh, girl. I love it. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. As I mentioned before, you can hook up with Kai. You know what, Kai? Can you give them your Facebook info, just if they want to hit you up on Facebook real quick?
Yes. My Facebook is facebook.com/Kai Jones, Khy Jones, Jones. I'm also known as Dropshipping Mom. My website is www.dropshippingmom.com. So definitely check me out.
That's right. Okay. And then I guess
out and contact one of us and get involved quickly.
Seriously. So if you wanted to find me online, I have a long address. It's www right here on the screen .dsworldwidedomination.com, and then on Facebook, my fan page is also facebook.com/DS Worldwide Domination. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us, and I will be back with another episode of Dominating Entrepreneurs next week. You can catch us live. I'll do a little bit better about sharing the link next time, but you can catch us live on Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be seeing you soon. Bye.
Bye.